It is really, really cold outside today, and so I am just staying in the house. I have the fireplace going, and I'm doing my cup of coffee and just enjoying myself kind of thing while I, do things in the house kind of a day. And I happened to sit down when I was having my lunch and looking through some old magazines. And I was looking through the January, February issue of Dr. Oz, The Good Life, and came across this article that really, really impressed me, and I just wanted to share it with you. It's about a Danish idea that will keep you happy all winter, it says. It's called HYGGE. So I say that's how it's pronounced. HYGGE. And basically, I read through all the tenets, and these are the things that I have always tried to do in my life. And to me, this speaks volumes to exactly how I feel when I incorporate these type things in my life. So I just want to share them with you real quick. I wrote some of them down. So, I wrote notes to myself so that I wouldn't be flipping through pages too much in the magazine while I talk to you. So the tenets or the principles of this idea of HYGGE, which again, it's Norwegian or Danish, and the idea behind it, there is no word in the English language that completely directly translates, but it basically means well-being, comfort, coziness, that type of a thing, and the different things you can do in your life and within your home to create that type of an atmosphere. I am so thirsty and choked up, I can't do this. Hold on. So one of the very first things that they mention to help create this HYGGE, calm, cozy, comfortable atmosphere is soft lighting. And soft lighting basically means no overhead, fluorescent lights shining on you, more small pools of light, such as through lamps. Candles are a huge thing, and they specifically say unscented candles, which spoke to my heart because I love unscented candles. And another thing you can do is install dimmer switches on your lights, and we do have those in several rooms of our house. It really makes a huge difference to be able to set the lighting the way that you're most comfortable, and it's not too bright, it's not too dark, it's just in that happy zone where everybody feels comfortable. So soften the lighting. Another thing that they mention is to bring nature indoors, and I love this one. Not only do I love a lot of windows where I can see nature, but I also love to incorporate different elements of nature in the house. So such as I have bowls of pine cones setting around here and there, things like a birch picture frame. It gives you that nature feel, nature look, and it sort of brings the whole thing in. Plus houseplants. I have a lot of houseplants, and that brings the nature in the house and helps you with your sense of calm. Another idea is to have low-key get-togethers, and this to me is perfect because it's exactly what I love to do. I love to have 2 or 3 people over, small group with whoever else is already in the house, people who all get along and have the same sense of humor. Come as you are. It is not fancy, nothing fussy, just a homemade, made from scratch, made by hand kind of a meal, rustic in nature, a piece of meat on the grill, some roasted potatoes and vegetables, that type of thing, a stew that's been cooking all day, and a fresh loaf of bread. Things like that that are just so calming and nurturing and make you feel like, and you put love into that meal to give to your guests. And then after the meal, just something cozy, play a game or watch a movie, snuggle up next to the fireplace and just tell stories and laugh, things like that, cozy, calm stuff. So that is another huge proponent of the HYGGE lifestyle, which I already do and love. Another one is to create a comfy nook somewhere in your house where you can just sort of go. You have your things there that you love. Whenever you have a little bit of time in your day and you just want to kind of relax, go to your little nook. It's a place where you can read or sit and ponder, think about things, write in your journal, whatever. Just find your little cozy spot. One of the most important things here that I would love to also point out is to turn off your technology. When you do go to your little cozy corner and you have your fireplace on and you have your cup of tea with you, if you have your phone and your laptop, it's not the same thing. Turn off your phone for a small portion of time. Start with 20 minutes, walk away, put it on silent and walk away. I know you think that everybody that is important to you is calling you at that moment, but most chances are they're not. I try to do this every single day where I just sort of walk away from my phone. I don't look at my Instagram. I don't worry about taking a picture of this or that or whatever else. I have a whole lot of my life on social media already, so I need to take that moment where I step away and go, nope, 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 not right here, not right now. And especially if people are in the house. When there is a person in front of you, I think the person should take precedence. You know, you should always be talking directly to that person and listening to what they have to say, not glancing down at your phone, checking for messages. I mean, there used to be a time, I know not a lot of us can remember that, but there was a time where you got in the car and you drove somewhere and nobody knew where you were. You didn't have a phone, you know, no one could find you. And to be honest, that was really freeing. It was really, I mean, yes, there were safety issue, you know, concerns too. If you got in trouble, you had to try to find help or whatever. I get that. And so it's really nice to have them. I totally understand that. I love my phone. But we've lost a whole lot of that just get away from it all kind of a thing without having phones. So try to step away. 20 minutes. Just start with 20 minutes. See if you can make it to an hour a day where you just put your phone aside, put it in another room, turn the ringer off, and just be without your laptop, your phone, whatever. No technology. Another one is to feast on slow food. Now, I'm a huge proponent of that because I love to cook and always did. And my mother always was a great cook and she loved cooking also. And why is it focusing over here? Another one is to feast on slow food. And I love this one because I am a huge proponent of slow food. I love to cook everything from scratch. I even make popcorn the old-fashioned way, always have. We don't do microwave popcorn here, never have. We do the oil heated in a pan with the kernels and the pop it, you know, the whole deal. And my kids have even called it mommy popcorn. When they say they want popcorn, they say they want mommy popcorn, because what they mean is not microwave popcorn. There's a whole different world to it, and I have a tickle in my throat, so I'm sorry, excuse me for that. But slow rustic food, something that you spend time chopping the vegetables, and it's mindful. It's almost like a meditation in that you're spending, it can be 30 minutes, it can be 20 minutes, it can be an hour, whatever, but like kneading the bread or chopping the vegetables for the stew, marinating the meat for the grill, whatever. It's mindful, it's good, and then it just is rustic, homemade, fun, good food. And the last one is to value meaning over materialism with the things that you decorate your home with and fill your world with. Such as, and this is something that I've always done too, is basically every trip we've taken with the family or my husband and I, we always bring back something for our home, a little set around object, a painting, a coffee table book, something like that from our travels, so we can always, whenever we look at them around the house, we always remember our travels. The other thing is we always get an ornament for our tree to hang on our tree at Christmas. I don't know, there's something so special about putting those ornaments on the tree every year and remembering every trip we took. We even have a little ceramic banana from St. Lucia. I'm sure not everyone has a banana on their Christmas tree, but we do. And it means the world to us because it reminds us so much of all of our memories. Instead of having something, you know, worried about your special cut crystal or, you know, the things that are more impressive and more label conscious or whatever, to try to fill your home with loved items that have meaning to you, like a locket. Wear a locket that your grandmother or her mother wore, things like that. So that's the whole idea behind that. And then they even talk about having a Hookah Emergency Kit in your house, which is just this area where you keep a few things. So when you have an extra 10 minutes and you wake up, well, first of all, you wake up really crabby or something's gotten you in a bad mood, and you just have an extra 10, 20 minutes that you can spare, go to your Hookah Emergency Kit and spend a little bit of time doing any of these things. And in your emergency kit, what you should have, it says, are things for making a hot drink. Cocoa, hot tea, coffee, and a cute mug that you can just warm your hands on and you can just feel cozy inside. And something about a hot drink just makes you feel nurtured. And that's one wonderful thing to do. Another is to have cozy socks. I'm a huge proponent of cozy socks. You come home from work, you get in your comfy clothes, and you pull on those snuggly socks, and for some reason that just says, I'm loved. And it helps you deep inside, so cozy socks. Another thing to have is nostalgia in your little pile of emergency things for when you're feeling like you need it. And that could be something like love letters from your significant other, you know, when you were first dating or whatever. a photo album from a family trip that you all had such a great time on. Something that, you know, does not cause you sadness, but something that just brings back really good memories, and it's always good to revisit those things. That's another thing to have in your kit. I'm sorry, I'm so choked up. Chocolate or a bite-sized piece of something that's a treat for you, like whatever your kind of a bite-sized treat is that you can savor during that moment. Paper and pen, that's another thing. A paper and pen where you can doodle, you can draw a flower, you can spend 10 minutes trying to sketch your cat that's sleeping in the corner. You can write a note to a friend, so maybe some note cards with envelopes. Just, you know, who doesn't love a handwritten note? I know, I love them. As you've probably seen when I go to my P.O. box and I get a handwritten note from someone, it just makes my day. A good time to do something like that also. And another thing to have there is a book that you love, a book that you've read before, you know very well. You can pick it up and open it wherever and start reading, and it puts yourself back into the story and back into that place. And that takes you away from your crabby mood or whatever it is that was getting you down in the first place. So anyway, I'm extremely excited that I came across this article in my magazine about this Danish or Norwegian idea of hygge. It's something I've always done and I totally believe in. So anyway, I just thought I would share that with you, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Thank you so much. Bye.